By now, you've been hearing all about AI, ChatGPT, and all of these other things. In today's video, I want to go over 8 different tools that will help you in your real estate business if you use them effectively to either save you time or help you make more money. Let's get into it. We can't have a discussion about artificial intelligence without mentioning the player, the big guy on the block, ChatGPT. Now, different versions of GPT have been out for a very long time, but November 30th is when ChatGPT was released open to the public. And it's done quite a lot of things since. And if you know how to use the tool properly, there is a lot that you can do with this. In the essence of pushing this toward real estate agents specifically, here are some of the ways that I am currently using ChatGPT. First off, my listing descriptions. Now you do have to prompt it properly. You need to put in all the details. You need to put in that it's got granite countertops and wood floors and all of this other stuff, and then put it how you want, put it in your brand, put it in your... You need to do several different prompts. This isn't just, hey, write me a listing description for 3-bed, 2-bath house. It's obviously not going to know what's in the property. But if you have all of those details, you can put those into the prompt and it will spit out something that you can then edit. Now, it might not be perfect right away, but it does work. I want to create an entire story around the home, and that's what I prompt ChatGPT to do. Now I'll do a video on that in a separate time so that you guys can really fine tune it. Another great way to use ChatGPT if you wanted to use this, because it is free. There are other tools that I'm going to talk about here in a minute that can help you do these things, but ChatGPT is free. And if you watched one of my other videos that I did recently on how to prompt it properly in order for you to do blog posts and even add in some great links, and so this way you can internally link inside of your website. For any of you guys that know search engine optimization, you know how important that is. This is not a masterclass on SEO, so that's where I'm going to leave it there. You can watch that other video at any time. Now, that's just the first one. That's the one everybody's heard about. I know, got it. You're probably tired of hearing about ChatGPT, but these next 7 are very important. And the last one, I'm not just saying this because it's a YouTube video and that's the tactic. The last one is by far my favorite. I am currently experimenting with it like crazy. I'm absolutely loving it. You do not want to miss it. By the way, my name is Mongo, or of course you can call me Andrew. I run a small real estate team out in Florida. I've sold a little over 900 homes in the last 8 years, and I just like doing these videos to kind of help you guys out. Hopefully maybe something that I say will resonate with you and help you out. So if it does, go ahead and hit that like button, and of course make sure you subscribe. I'm doing videos every single week to try to help you guys out. And when you do subscribe, make sure you hit that little blue bell that pops up, so this way you'll be notified every single time I do a new video. Now let's jump right back into it with one of my favorite tools, Jasper.ai. Now, I have strayed away from using Jasper personally because I was able to manipulate ChatGPT, so why bother paying for something if I don't need to? But if you don't want to spend the 5, 6, 7 hours to learn how to manipulate ChatGPT to do these things for you, then Jasper.ai is a phenomenal tool. It will help you with headlines and blog writing and article writing, heck, even your social media and a bunch of other tools too. And it's already got all of the prompts pre-generated in there, so it makes it really, really, really easy. If you're looking for a plug-and-play option, Jasper.ai is a great tool to use. And it's only about $50 a month, so it's not going to break the bank. Now, this next one is really, really interesting, and I'm not seeing a lot of people use it with good reason. It's not perfected right now, and that is Synthesia. So what Synthesia allows you to do is create an avatar, and there's a ton of them out there. You just pick one that you like, and it's just somebody standing in front of a camera. It's an AI-generated human, and you type in what you want, and it spits it out as a video. And then, of course, you can even choose the type of style that they're going to speak in. Are they calm? Are they anxious? Are they angry? Are they informative? Are they confident? There's a ton of different ones. You can tailor that directly to the type of audience or the type of speaking style you would like this person to do. And then you can type anything you want and generate the video. This is particularly good for things like team leaders if you were going to be doing trainings, right? We all know that we do these video trainings to help leverage our time out and help our agents as team leaders. But then things change. Maybe we switch brokerages. Maybe the tools we were using change. Maybe, there's a ton of different things that can happen. And this is a really great tool because then you can have this AI do it and you can basically put in your operations manual in there, all of your operating documents of how you do certain things. And if something does change or the tactic changes or the system changes, you can just go in there, erase the text, regenerate a new video, and now you don't have to worry about getting in front of your studio, shooting everything again, doing all the research again, doing all of that, trying to memorize it, trying to make sure you're not messing everything up. Synthesia will allow you to do that directly. This is also a pretty decent tool if you wanted to create some automations maybe in your business and didn't want to create them yourself, very similar to what I was just talking about, so you don't have to keep shooting them. If you wanted to send these videos to your clients during different stages of the business, or different stages of the transaction rather, you can absolutely do that. It's not as personable. I don't like it as much. I do like doing the personal videos myself, which by the way, we've got a cool tool for that here in a bit, but this is a pretty easy way to create some videos. And if you're shy, you might even be able to create some marketing pieces from it in general. Although I haven't experimented with that, so I can't promise that's going to be that great, but it is a tool out there you can experiment with. Now the price on this one is just $30 a month for 10 video tokens. Now a video token is essentially a video or a 1 minute long video or less. So you do not want to be doing very long videos with this unless you are going to pay for a bigger version. Content creators are going to love this one, Repurpose.io. If you haven't heard of this one already, I'm surprised. You can throw whatever video you're doing into this platform and create rules, create things for it to do automatically or manually, and cross-post to everything else. It'll take out the watermarks for you. So if you're on TikTok and you want that TikTok to go to YouTube Shorts and LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram, Instagram Reels, and you want it to do all four at once, instantly, as soon as it does it, it will actually pull it right out of your TikTok or right out of your Instagram if you're doing it the other way, or out of your Facebook. Whatever spider-webbed way you want to do this, you can create these rules and create these workflows to do this either automatically or manually. If you do connect one of your systems to it, you can actually go in there and it'll have publish on there. You can click that, you can open it up, and you can actually change the title, change the tags, change the description, change the keyword that you're going after, really change everything to make sure that it's matching the platform as close as possible, because every platform is just a little bit different. Repurpose.io will also allow you to download it right into Google Drive or Dropbox in case you wanted to keep files of these things for the future. Now this one comes in 3 different pricing strategies. There's a podcast only version for about $12. Oh, by the way, it helps you with podcasts too. I haven't experimented with that one, that's why I didn't talk too much on it. Our podcast is launching actually in about 2 weeks, so if you guys want to look that up at any point, it's Real Estate Agent Lessons with Mongo. We've got some great guests already. I'm actually super excited about that. But the first plan is $12 for that podcast plan. Then it's $21 for the content marketing plan. That's the one that almost all agents are going to need. And then they have an even bigger one for, I think it's like $104 or something like that. If you're really just shoveling content out, that might be the one that you need to do. I know for my team and I, we're currently pushing about 80 pieces of content per week. So for us, the content marketing one for $21 is just fine. And although we are not using it right now, we are learning it so that we can do it. The tool looks really good so far. And once we learn it, I'll probably do a little bit more of an in-depth video on how we're maximizing these tools. Oh, and if you're on Pinterest, it does Pinterest too, which is kind of cool. Now, this next one is going to save you a ton of time. We get caught up in these things. We get caught up in these trainings, these weekly trainings, these monthly trainings, masterminds. Maybe it's your brokerage. Maybe it's whatever it is. You cannot always be there. And in fact, especially if you're producing at a high level, you probably shouldn't be there. You shouldn't be spending, a lot of these things are in the morning right when you should be doing the main portion of your job to find new business. So fireflies.ai will actually go to your meetings for you. You can actually set this up automatically for it to read off your calendar, and anytime it sees a Zoom link or a Google Meet link or anything like that, it will show up for you. It will pop in there and it'll send a message to everybody that says, hey, I'm an automated bot, I'm going to be recording this, and then it's going to take notes for you. It's going to record the whole thing. It's going to take notes for you so that you can check out that training, you can check out that thing at your leisure. And what's even better is if you've ever sat in a training and you realize 10 minutes in that the content isn't right for you right now in this section of your business, well, fireflies.ai is going to go in there and do it all. And you can just skim over the notes really quickly and go, okay, got it. Not for me. That's 5 minutes out of your life instead of sitting here for an entire hour, however long the training is, and not getting anything out of it, and you're just staying there because you want to be polite. I know not everybody will. A lot of people will just jump right out of there, but this gives you a really easy option to just skim it, and great, cool. You want to watch the whole thing, it's still there for you. If you just want to look over the notes, get some main key points out of it, and then move on with your day, this will save you that time. And it also has a feature on there where you can dictate which ones to go to and which not to go to. You could tell it to go to all the ones that you're a guest on. You can tell it to go to all the ones that you're a host on. Now, Zoom and a bunch of these other platforms already have some AI tools built into it, which are pretty cool. You should check some of those out. I'm currently using Fathom for a lot of ours that basically just transcribes it into words, so you can type in whatever you want. But this tool does the exact same thing as well. All right, this next one is free, and everybody should be using it, especially if you get a ton of emails, like I'm sure most of you guys do. I know I do. And that is compose.ai. Compose.ai is a free extension. You can just put it right on Chrome, and it basically just matches up with your email, and every time you get an email in, it's going to give you a little prompt. You know how Gmail does that already for you Gmail users? It already kind of tells you at the bottom, like somebody's messages in and like, hey, is tomorrow fine? And it goes, sure, Compose.ai does the exact same thing, except it starts learning how you speak. So if at the end of your emails you say cheers instead of, thank you or something like that, it'll start putting that in there. And then you can just type in a prompt of what you want it to do, and it'll draft up the whole email for you. So you can, let's say you get an email in that says, hey, let's meet up on Thursday. I'm in town. I want to go see houses, $15 million plus. Are you ready for this? And you're like, yeah, I'm ready, but I'm not super ready to answer that email right now, which you probably should for 15 million, but it is what it is. A little dialog box will pop up. You can type in, hey, let Jared know that I'll talk to him tomorrow, and I'll start scheduling some of these out. Enter, and it'll give you a whole email. You can kind of play with it then. You can edit it. You can move things around if you want to, or of course you can just send it. And the more you use it, I've only been using it a few days now. I experimented with it about a month or two ago, and I've now since brought it back in, and I'm using it pretty consistently. It starts learning you very, very quickly and starts writing like you. And then pretty soon it's just giving you whole prompts back to different emails, which is pretty interesting. Oh, and of course, for those of you guys that maybe have grammatical errors or anything like that, or maybe spelling errors, this will help eliminate that as well, because the AI is doing it for you, and, well, the AI is scouring the internet for all of the information it can find, so it knows how to spell and, do grammar and things like that. Now, this next one I stumbled onto kind of on accident through TikTok. I just saw this random guy. I've been really diving into AI since November, since ChatGPT was released. And I found this guy on TikTok, and I've been following since he had 50 followers. Anyway, it's called GPT Boss. So GPT BOSS, right? And what he has done is he's created a whole bunch of different avatars or assistants that you can add into your business. And you literally just go over to the left side and click plus, and you open it up, and he's got a whole bunch of people. It's got cool avatars. None of these are real people, but they look super real, which is really cool. And then you're just like, oh, George, content writer. That's what I need. I need a content writer, a copywriter right now. Or maybe, you need a social media manager, or a business coach, a sales coach, a lead generation coach. You can add all of these people to your team and then pop over into them and basically communicate with them. And they're going to give you tips and advice based on what you might or might not need. Now, I've been playing with this one a little bit. It doesn't seem to be perfect right now, but I also haven't been playing with it enough to understand. So it may be a user error on my part, but it is really cool on the different things that I have seen it do, essentially. I was just playing around with it a little bit earlier on the social media person and just going into, cool, tell me what kind of things I should be doing based on this content that I'm writing. They ask you some questions, they give you some tips, and you just keep riffing back and forth, and it'll start giving you the content that you need. Oh, and what's kind of random is they actually have a therapist in there. They have 2 of them, surprisingly enough. I haven't played with those yet, but kind of interesting that they're doing that. Probably not something you really need to do if you need to work through some stuff. Maybe a AI bot isn't the right person for you, but I don't know. Again, I haven't played with it. It's just going to kind of be all over the place depending on how many tokens you need. You basically just buy so many tokens per month. I haven't been playing with it too much. I'm really only using 2,000-3,000 tokens a month out of 10,000 that I'm allotted. So it does go a long way. One prompt might be anywhere from 300 to 500 tokens, depending on how extensive the conversation is. But definitely a really cool tool to try out. Maybe experiment with it a little bit. If I, get some good tools and things like that out of it, or get some good ideas with it, I'll definitely do some standalone videos just on that to make sure that you guys have those tools needed. Now, before I get into the one that I love the most out of this whole thing, this one is going to blow your guys' minds, especially if you focus a lot of your business on your sphere of influence, or maybe you need to drum up some old leads. Before I do that, if you've made it this far, you've clearly gotten something out of this. So please click that like button and consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm doing videos. It's not just all going to be AI related and technology related. If you look at some of my other content, it's everything that I've learned over the last 8 or 9 years since I've been in real estate and selling at a pretty decent level. So help me out there if you don't mind, if you've made it this far. Now, the last one is called Be Human, Human. There's a couple of different ones. There's Mina by GAN.ai as well. I wasn't able to get into that one. That one actually looks like it might be a little bit better than Be Human, but here's what Be Human does. Check this out. You shoot one video, Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm doing this to invite people to a client event. This is actually one way that I would use this tool. And I would go, hey, John, just wanted to let you know that we are hosting a bowling event for all of our past clients. Bring the kids. We've got half the entire bowling alley just for all of us. Bring your kids. Everything's included. Shoes, rentals, food, drinks, all of it, all included, da-da-da-da. And then you shoot that video, and it says, you notice it in the beginning, it said, hey, John. And then all you do is go in there, and they actually have kind of like a CSV file looking thing that you go in there and you put in different names and, different things that you want to put in. And then it just runs it. It changes your mouth, it changes your words, and then it creates individualized videos for each one of those. So you can throw your entire database in there, and it's got 100 people in there. And it goes from hey John to hey Angela to hey Sean to hey Jessica to hey Andrew to hey Mongo, whatever. It's changing those for you and then giving you an individualized video for that, which is really cool. So that's one way to do it, is inviting people to your client events that way. It could be just your normal touches. Heck, I haven't experimented with it yet on long form video, but it could be a great thing to do for like market updates. Again, haven't experimented with that. I don't know what the time limit is on these videos yet. I'm still playing around with it. It's also new. It's only been around a few months, but really, really cool to do that with. And then check this out, you take this a step further and you want to start reviving some old leads. If maybe you're not working your sphere of influence, or you prefer a personal touch instead of doing this little trick, even though I can't tell the difference. If you actually go look at the behuman.ai, I think it's .ai, it'll show you some examples. You can jump on YouTube and check out some other examples. It gets flawless. It looks really, really good. It's really impressive. But when it comes to maybe reviving old leads, you can do the same thing. Hey, John, you were on my website about a year ago. I hadn't really gotten a chance to talk to you. I didn't want to keep bugging you. I knew you were kind of searching here and there, but it didn't seem like you were ready to go right now. So I just wanted to reach out and just check in with you, see how things are going. Is there anything I can help you with? Are you still looking in the Destin, Florida area, or, whatever? Insert your areas, insert your things. And then take everybody that's searching in the Destin, Florida area that maybe signed up a year ago and is still on, they're still searching, or maybe they're not searching, and then you shoot that video and then upload your CSV file right there, change the names, and just run those personalized videos out. This is something that I do on BombBomb all the time. I'm still actively using BombBomb very regularly, almost every day. And that is a tool that I used to use. I used to upload old databases of things whenever I wanted to, boost up sales, and I would do that, and I would shoot these videos out, but I had to do it manually. Every single person, every single time. I get this little whiteboard, I put their name on it, do the thumbnail, and go, hey John, it's been a while, da-da-da-da-da, and go through the video, and then I have to, boom, do it again. Now you do that for 3 hours straight, you start losing a little bit of your energy. So this is going to help eliminate that. You can do that like great energy in that one video and then just change the name and blast it all over. There's so many uses for this. This is going to change the game of how a lot of people contact their people or their sphere of influence, their friends, their family, what have you. Now, does it seem impersonal? Maybe, but the other person on the other end isn't going to know it. And the message is getting across, whatever that message may be. If it's inviting them to an event, why not shave a few hours off of that, right? And make it personalized and make them feel like you took special time out just to invite them out. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Some people might look at it and go, well, that seems kind of impersonal. I got it, I understand, but I don't know. I think it's very personable. So anyway, I'm beating that dead horse. That is the last tool I have on my list. I actually have a list of about 15 or 16 tools that I've been playing with, but these are the top 8 that I think are going to do the best by you guys. So one last little thing. Again, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button, ding that little bell. If you got any value out of this, hit like and comment down below. I would absolutely love to help any of you guys. I don't really have anything to sell you guys. So if you guys are enjoying this, please let me know. You know, if I do this for the next year or so and I'm not getting a lot of traffic from you guys in the comment section saying like, hey, this was good, thank you, whatever, I'm eventually going to stop doing these or what have you. So help me out, let me know if this is helpful. And if it wasn't helpful too, you can definitely let me know on that as well. So that's all I've got for you this week. I will see you guys next week.